Point and counterpoint.
Food is the most dangerous of all weapons.
Just be glad that food doesn't know how to use weapons. Then we would really be in trouble.
Hi there. Welcome to Secret Places in the Open Air. I'm your host, Ivan Taprod.
Ask yourself questions. Is it as desirable as free hugs from The Walking Dead? Or for that matter, as being one of The Walking Dead? Is it as futile as trying to make a living in the Gaza Strip? As hopeless as waiting for the cinematic comeback of Pee Wee Herman? As precarious as hoping that the elephant doesn't sneeze? Will there ever be another Einstein? Do our lives have more meaning than a walk down a fashion runway? When the American flag waves, does it wave for the woman in the Stars and Stripes bikini? These are the kinds of questions you should ask yourself when you see a wrist in handcuffs on Mick Jagger's shoulder. They are also good questions to ask when leaning against the leg of a gigantic steel spider. Asking questions provokes one's mind to construct answers. The alternative to questions are rote, reflexive responses without thought. When you engage in thoughtful problem solving, you tap into the realm of transcendent reality. You find answers that can surprise you, and you avoid becoming a zombie. Savor your supper as though it were your last. Cherish your memories. Give the organ grinder a chance to play his music, even if his monkey is not real. Youthfulness does not last. Political movements come and go. Celebrities are soon forgotten. But asking yourself questions will always, wherever you are, lead you to places where you never thought you might go. Point and counterpoint.
On the subway, you discover the true meaning of the phrase, "All men are created equal."
And that's why the Toronto No Pants subway ride was such a historic event. It showed that even with no pants on, people are still equal.
Why are the children laughing?
Why is it that people laugh? And why is it that children laugh more often than adults? How is it that children are able to make adults laugh? Why is it that Buddha is laughing? And why does Jesus keep saying all those funny things? All around the world, children are laughing. It's like they think that the world is a funny place with all sorts of funny people. Children are laughing in Thailand. They are laughing in Vietnam. In India, they are making jokes. And they make jokes in Uganda, too. Even a country like Ukraine can be a funny place, even with Vladimir Putin threatening to make Ukraine into a Russian puppet state. Maybe laughter is the reason why Jesus said so many funny things. Things like the kingdom of God is at hand. Things like you need to become like a little child to enter into it. Jesus talked about the unlikelihood of a camel passing through the eye of a needle. He said, "Do not criticize others for what they have in their eyes when you have a 20-foot beam in your own eye." You don't need money to laugh. You don't even need a really good joke. You can't be angry and laugh at the same time. You can't resent somebody you laugh with. Laughter kills loneliness. It heals misery and pain. It keeps things in perspective. It helps you to forgive. Laughter brings people together, fosters love and goodwill, pushes aside differences, doesn't require wealth or status, and is really, really fun. Laughing together is a way of loving one another, no matter what age you might happen to be. Maybe that's why Buddha is laughing. And maybe that's why Jesus keeps saying all those funny things.
Point and counterpoint.
Jesus said, "The meek shall inherit the earth."
What does that have to do with dentures?
Humphrey Bogart is remembered in Cuba. Albert Einstein is remembered in Cyprus. And he is also remembered in France. Taxis are yellow in Bangkok, Thailand. People train elephants in Indonesia. And they train elephants in Thailand, too. You can even find elephant keepers in Australia. And you can find wannabe elephant keepers who visit Thailand from the USA. Hippies are remembered in Cyprus. Dr. Seuss's characters are recognized throughout the world. John F. Kennedy's likeness had its picture taken in a wax museum in Berlin. A wax Einstein was photographed in that same German city, as was this wax figure of Muhammad Ali. This Elvis was photographed at Madame Tussauds in New York City. These wax figures of the Beatles were at Madame Tussauds in Berlin. Police look like police in Toronto. Zombies in Pasadena, California have a striking resemblance to zombies in Belgrade, Serbia. And they look a lot like zombies in London as well. Shopping centers in Sochi, Russia are in some respects similar to shopping centers in Milan, Italy. Yellow taxis can be found in New York City, especially on streets like Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. They can also be found in Istanbul, Turkey, in Moscow, Russia, in Budapest, Hungary, in Oaxaca, Mexico, and in Tokyo, Japan. Here's some three-wheeled yellow taxis in Cuba. Here's a hand-pulled rickshaw and a yellow taxi in Kolkata, India. Airports look much the same all over the world. Here's an airport in Paris, France, with words printed in English. Here's an airport in Tokyo, Japan. English words are printed everywhere in foreign airports. In Tokyo, the English word police is even printed on police cars. American influence is everywhere. Chinese influence is everywhere. European influence is everywhere. Islam is a world religion. Cities like Tokyo look a lot like other cities. It seems like every city around the world has a Chinatown, with its own unique but similar Chinatown gate. And every Chinatown has at least one cat, though usually it is the cat, not the person, who is asleep. You'll find a gate to the Chinatown in Bangkok, Thailand. There's a gate to the Chinatown in Yokohama, Japan. This gate is to the Chinatown in Kuching, Malaysia. This gate is to the Chinatown in Perth, Australia. This gate is to the Chinatown in San Francisco. No matter what Chinatown you go to, you find lots of places to eat, and you find lots of Chinese characters, and lots of delicious Chinese smells. Everywhere around the world, people are praying. They are lighting candles. They are bowing their heads. They don't subscribe to the same doctrines, but they seem to have similar attitudes, and they also seem to have similar cares and hopes. Muslim immigrants go fishing in the USA. Cats are on the shoulders of people everywhere. Boeing 737 aircraft can be found in Eindhoven Airport, Holland. You can wear Adidas hats while grilling chicken in Bangkok, Thailand. Ducks are always looking for handouts. And if you're in a place where you can't find ducks, you might be lucky enough to find a goose. The year of the rabbit is part of the Chinese zodiac, and all around the world you should aspire to be the brave and generous person that your dog thinks you are.
Point and counterpoint.
Falling in love is never a sure thing.
But a loving partnership can lead to a happy life together, filled with genuine affection and mutual understanding.
Pregnant women painting their bellies. Have you ever noticed what pregnant women are doing these days? They're painting faces on their bellies.
No, not really. I haven't noticed.
Really? You haven't seen this?
Why would pregnant women do a thing like that?
They're all over. I've seen them in parks and in recreation centers. I even saw one in the mall.
Sorry, I've never seen them.
They're everywhere. Sometimes they're alone, sometimes they're with their husbands.
Sorry, I've never seen them. How about you, Ben?
Nope, not me. Never seen a one.
What? Am I going crazy?
Point and counterpoint.
When medical research opens a new door, it finds more doors to open.
And that is exactly the reason why I really hate to go to the dentist.
Zombies were people too. What a zombie needs is love. More than human flesh, more than human brains. What zombies need is a hug. Zombies, you see, come from all walks of life. They can be former soldiers, traumatized on the battlefield. They can be creative artists, or gifted actors, or from outer space. There are even zombies who dye their hair blonde. Teenage zombies, so strongly influenced by their peer group, are especially in need of love, as are the zombie children who become undead at such a tender age. Hey, Alice. What do you want, Roy? Could you love a zombie? I think that zombies are ugh. Me too. Zombies make me feel like ugh. This show is just zombie propaganda. You're right, Roy. The zombies are just trying to make us love them so that they can eat our brains.
Well, I for one am not going to fall for that trick.
If you can love a zombie, if you can find it in your heart to reach out and care, you might be rewarded with a zombie's smile or a gratifying brightening of a zombie's eyes. If you're really lucky, you might make a zombie laugh or see a zombie sing and dance. If you want to help but can't make time to give a zombie a hug, then please donate to the zombie charities. We are trying to make the world a better place for the zombie children. And we're lobbying Congress to make zombies eligible for Social Security and other government-sponsored safety net programs.
Point and counterpoint.
It's really important for people to learn to be themselves.
Who else can people be but themselves? I don't know anybody who knows how to be somebody else.
Reflections. Reflections can be found in unexpected places, in still waters, in rain-fed pools, and in alpine lakes. Two people in love are reflections of one another, as are two people fighting, as is a mother and her little daughter, laughing together and talking, each drinking a glass of milk. Indeed, it is a commonplace that when people come together and share the same activity, they tend to express the same emotions and to share group intentions. They assume the same postures, imitate one another's gestures, and speak in similar tones of voice. Take notice when you see two people arguing. The conflict begins with contrasting emotional states. One person might be aggressive, the other defensive. One person might be angry, the other scared. But eventually they become mirror images of one another, in equivalent states of agitation, until they together agree to give way and go back to being friends. Try this sometime in your own life. When you want to connect with someone, try imitating that person's posture and sync your breathing together. Before long, you will be together, in harmony with one another, laughing at the same jokes. You will be in your own little group. Reflections, you see, are for more than just mirrors. They can be found in many unusual places, showing us who we are as if we were looking into a mirror. Reflections are a means of self-discovery. They let us pretend and also self-examine. They reveal to us who we want to be, or who we hope to be, or who we wish we weren't, or who we are. They can surprise us. They can make us laugh. They help us to discover one another and to find friends of kindred mind. They reveal to us ourselves.
Point and counterpoint.
In New York's Central Park, the big dog of an investment banker ate the little dog of a small-time entrepreneur.
But my faith in humanity was restored when I realized that the dogs of poor people are so much nicer animals.
What everybody wants.
Everybody wants to win a contest, even if it is just a pie-eating contest, or a race to have your pig beat out some other people's pigs. The snack stand manager wants to sell more deep-fried Twinkies. The car collector wants his Ford F-100 to be the best in the show. The police want to stand off the protesters. The zombie wants to eat a human brain. Immigrants want to become U.S. citizens. Protesters want political action. Cavemen want to kill mastodons. The white team wants to beat the red team. The journalist wants the interview.
So why are the zombies dancing? What is there to dance about? And why is the boys' choir singing? Why are the immigrants dreaming? Why is the little girl sad? Is it really possible to get paid for doing something you love? Why is the audience clapping? Why is the trumpet sounding? And why does anybody care what a Nittany Lion mascot has to say?
The textile worker wants to meet his quota. The soldiers want to march in time. The standoff continues. The game action goes on. And so does the dance. And so does the music. A fresh reminder of continuity with the past.
Why are the children smiling? Why does that little boy have jaundiced eyes?
The Israeli soldiers carry guns for the Palm Sunday Christian March. These people seem to be protesting something. Or maybe this is a celebration. And this might be a celebration as well. Here are some zombies celebrating love and matrimony. Here are 2 military policemen who are happy to see peace. Achievement is worth celebrating. Beauty is worth celebrating as well.
Who in their right mind wouldn't want to eat a half-pound classic burger? And if you were a zombie, wouldn't you want to eat a human brain?
This painted woman wants to take a shower when she gets home. This painted man wants more paint on everybody else. These painted people want to dance. The rodeo clown wants to teach the little child how to distract a raging bull.
The Hollywood sign signals your arrival. The Daffy Duck stamps remind you of where you have been. Everybody wants peace and understanding, but some people are more discriminating than others when it comes to free hugs.
Point and counterpoint.
Kissing a two-faced person is like kissing a mask.
That's why everybody should, at least once in their life, take time out to kiss a horse.
Hey, Alice. What do you want, Roy? Have you ever in all your life wanted to kiss a horse? No, Roy, not me, not ever. Me neither, but every once in a while I do get the urge to kiss a mannequin. Ooh, Roy, I love it when you talk dirty to me like that. Kiss me, baby.
Point and counterpoint.
The balance of justice is weighed against housewives.
Yeah, but don't think for a second that a housewife doesn't know how to rebalance things her way.
Before the goons came.
I remember the way things were before the goons came. Our way of life was as clean and simple as black and white TV. I remember the haystacks. I remember the shade. I remember the sun. But then the goons came. Some of them in suits and bowler hats. Fortunately, we still have our pets who can remind us of how things used to be. We can dress ourselves to remember our gardens and how we used to enjoy the produce of the good earth. We can dress our children to remind us of the past and to commemorate what has been lost and may never again return.
Point and counterpoint.
Eventually, the pharmaceutical companies will invent pills for anything and everything.
I'll be satisfied if they just invent a pill that really works for headaches.
Taking our country back again.
Well, boys, it's time to take our country back again.
Yep, you're right, Roy. We tried to take it back by electing Trump, but his old friend Omarosa has proven that the swamp just got swampier. Now we've got to take our country back again.
Do we have to do this every election cycle?
You know it, Earl. Every election cycle. We gotta keep taking our country back until we get it right.
Point and counterpoint.
What do you suppose he's thinking about? I think he's thinking about hamburgers.
No, I think he's thinking about beer.
Maybe he's thinking about hamburgers and beer.
Nope, he's just thinking about beer.
Point and counterpoint.
People who follow the money keep bumping into one another.
That's why people should just kick back and enjoy the way things are.